Hello Internet, and welcome to Merlin's Archery Adventures. Okay, we've got something a little bit interesting for you to have a little look at today, and it's something new from Samick. Now Samick's famous for, especially in the traditional world, for the Samick Sage, which sort of seems to be a lot of people's go-to bow when it comes to dipping their toe into the world of traditional archery. But what we have here is the Samick Bear Hunter. Now, the Samick Bear Hunter is a machined aluminium ILF short field riser. So without further ado, let's pop it open and have a little look at what's inside. That's very simply packaged. You don't get a lot of the bells and whistles that you do with some of the other bows in a similar sort of vein to this, such as the Black Wolf or or any of the Hoyts. But saying that, it does feel very nice in the hand. There's a good weight to it. Now straight away, it does kind of remind me of the Win RCX 17 or the Black Wolf as it's now known. It kind of does have that vibe to it. It certainly doesn't feel like an entry-level bow or anything. It's got an air of a bit more high quality about it. It seems to be very precisely machined. Does feel nice in the hand. There's quite a chunky grip there. A little bit higher than I'd normally want to go for, but it's certainly not uncomfortable. It's not too high, but yeah, it does seem to sort of fit the hand nicely. But yeah, it's obviously it's black, 17 inches long, which seems to be a good size for a sort of a field style riser. You usually get them either sort of 17 inches or 19 inches, but I've always been a big fan of the shorter riser. I think they just aesthetically they look quite nice. I like a short riser, long limb, but that's my personal preference. But yeah, it's got sort of some various bits that are sort of a staple to the sort of modern field riser. You've got a tap there for a sight, should you really want to put a sight on there, or even a side-mounted bow quiver if you wanted to. It's tapped for a little plunger button in there. I almost certainly will find a way of setting this up to shoot off the shelf when I go out and have an actual play with it. But yeah, you've got your tiller bolts for your limb adjustment, so you can tweak it to shoot 3 fingers unders. You can tweak it to shoot split finger, whichever floats your boat. Now, I always say when it comes to tiller adjustment, yes, there is an element of being able to adjust poundage slightly, but that shouldn't really be relied upon. I always sort of tell people it's a byproduct. The poundage adjustment on an ILF bow is usually a byproduct of being able to adjust tiller. You shouldn't really rely on the fact that you can change the poundage, although it is possible to do so. I wouldn't completely rely on it. But you've got limb pocket adjustments here, which it all seems to be machined really nicely, actually. Since seeing how some of the my bows are machined, I've got a newfound respect for machining, and that does seem to be sort of a decently machined some components on there. That does seem quite nice. So you've got a big level of being able to adjust this bow to get it set up to however you want to shoot it, which I'm a big fan of. I have noticed that there isn't a bushing for a forward facing stabilizer or anything like that, which I do like. I mean, I think unless you do plan to use a short stabilizer, then obviously you haven't got the option on this. But I hate having that sort of hole at the front of your riser that I have no intention of using for anything. So, but yeah, I like the fact that it hasn't. That's kind of one of the reasons why I like the Buffalo. It's simple. It's there's not too much stuff to bolt into it. But yeah, I mean, this does very much remind me of the Win RCX or the Black Wolf, as it's known now. But it's obviously it's an aluminium riser rather than a blown carbon. But yeah, 17 inches long. Biggest feature obviously is the fact that it's ILF, and that means you can put any ILF limb in. I just happen to have some Win Black Wolf limbs here that just clip in there really nicely. It's a nice smooth fit, actually. It's a nice positive click. Some limb and riser combinations are a bit stiff, but that seems to fit nice. You can put any limb you want on there, any ILF limb at all, really. I just picked up these Black Wolf limbs because I thought that would look quite nice on that bow. I think it's quite a nice looking, sleek kind of profile. But yeah, with any ILF limb, obviously, if you just pick up a limb off the shelf, any sort of target ILF limb, the poundage on that limb will be higher on this riser because it's a shorter riser. Now, this being a short riser, if you go for some short limbs, it's going to give you a 58-inch bow. Medium limbs are going to give you a 60, and long limbs are going to give you a 62. I think these are long limbs, so we've got a nice 62-inch bow here, which is a really good length for me, actually, on a sort of a traditional sort of setup. But yeah, I just wanted to show this to you. It's a new product we've got coming out now. Samick usually known for sort of entry-level gear, but this certainly is their sort of higher end trad gear. On our website, I think it's retailing at was it 280? Actually, 289. Yep. 289 pounds for the riser. But it's certainly a nice solid piece of kit. But I will get out and give it a shoot at some point soon. I wanted to kind of do a review like I normally do, but it would kind of, when you're reviewing the feel of a bow, you're looking more at the feel of the limbs and the riser. The riser does fit nicely in the hand. But yeah, that is the Samick Bear Hunter in all its finery there. I hope you found that useful, just giving you a little bit more information on a product there. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. You take care, shoot straight. I'll see you on the internet. Bye bye.